All right, welcome into the people that are joining now, as well as anyone who's going to watch this after the fact. If you have not checked eBay, or in the off chance that I missed you this morning, I do unfortunately have the news that this break has been delayed. It will be delayed until tomorrow morning, well, afternoon, at 12:40 p.m. EST, which is 11:40 a.m. Central, 10:40 Mountain, and then 9:40 Pacific. But wanted to come live and let you guys know the reasoning behind it for a little bit of like backdrop, background info. The way that release calendars work is for Panini, they will have a Friday release delivered to distributors and any kind of like brick and mortar store on Wednesday. If it is a Wednesday release, they'll have it there on Monday. And that will allow them to then have it distributed out, obviously distributor, shipped out to everybody that they needed to for release day on Friday. Unfortunately, all of Panini, for the entirety of any distributor west of Texas, they got their everything a day late. So it didn't arrive to them until yesterday afternoon. The cases were next day aired over here, and they are delayed in their arrival, which is kind of obvious what happened with West Coast to East Coast, which is what we like to try to avoid this kind of problem. But with the way Panini has done this release, we are unfortunately heavily affected. Topps is usually about 5 days out. People with Topps Direct Access will have everything that they need, as well as the ability to order Wave 2, which will be released in a week and a half from the actual release date. For things like Leaf or anything else like that, it's usually like 5 days to a week in advance. You'll have the product there in hand. Won't have to worry about too much. Occasionally there's problems, but with Panini, they like to do things very late. If you haven't noticed that by the checklist, when they actually put the checklist out, it's usually after the product has been out, which is not helpful again for anyone. But this is the way that they've operated for years now. So, of course, we wanted to get this done on release day, since we are probably the biggest NASCAR breakers on eBay. This is kind of our thing. Unfortunately, the schedule did not work out like that. And to add a little bit of a further headache, technically we don't have Saturday delivery here, where we're located. We have to pay extra for that, for anything to be delivered on Saturday. So these cases won't be here until Monday. Instead, we've gone out and found on the secondary market cases that are nearby, and they're going to be here, so we'll be able to break this break tomorrow morning / afternoon at 12:40, and then the Sunday break will be operating as usual. No changes to that or any kind of worries about that. So I just wanted to give you all a heads up, let you know the kind of backstory of why this is happening and why we try to avoid doing release day breaks, but sometimes kind of want to. So yeah, apologies for the inconvenience. Let me know on eBay, send some messages if you have any kind of problem with having to wait about 24 hours for the break. More than happy to work with you on that. And we look forward to having y'all in here tomorrow. We've been waiting for Prism for what, 4 or 5 months? Really looking forward to actually getting into it, especially with the supposedly better hit rate on Color Blast this year, what I've been hearing. So we will catch you guys back here tomorrow.